Evening, sports fans. We are back with another episode of our WTP Sports Dude shows, coming in at you on a Tuesday night. Going to run through some college basketball tonight, give our predictions for each conference tournament, the Power Four at least. But before we jump into all this, we'll go ahead and run through all the wonderful gentlemen that have decided to grace everybody with their presence tonight. We'll start right up here at the top with old Robert from WTP for Life. How's everything going in your world, Robert?
Oh, everything's beautiful, man. I'm glad to be here tonight, ready to get into some of this basketball action that we call conference tournament play. So I'm excited to get into it and hear what y'all's thoughts are on some of these teams and matchups.
For sure, 100%. Scooting on over, straight over across from him. Next to him is our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast. What's going on over in your world over there?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight, man? I'm excited to be on with y'all once again. And y'all know I flow for chicks wishing they didn't have to strip to pay tuition. I see your vision, mama.
If it's not post game throwing it out there, it's story time. So we got you covered on all aspects. We're going to jump on down to our boy Doug real quick, down from our boy down in Houston. What's going on down there in your world? We're trying to get Doug. We need Doug to get a YouTube channel so we can say he does something, but give him something to do. But it's all good. What's going on in Houston? How's that weather down there?
Oh man, well, winter done skipped us down here, brother. I mean, it feels like May down here. So, besides that, man, rodeo's kicking off. Cook-off had about 230,000 at the cook-off. Not too bad. But man, I'm ready for this March Madness, man. Everybody's feeling it. Over at the JOB, man, the whole station, all those guys over there, man, they're going crazy. So it's that time of year, man. So let's get it.
Yeah, people that don't know that Houston rodeo is one of the biggest, most phenomenal spectacles you could ever go to. That thing is insane.
Those Cowboys make $1 million a year, I swear to God.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
We also Mossberg down there, Level Up Sports 10. What's going on over there, Moss? I can't see you, but I'm sure you're still with us. Well, maybe he's not with us. Maybe we'll have to welcome Moss back in another time.
He'll come through.
So the one down there at the little circle is the artist formerly known as Mossberg. So if anybody wants to know. So we're going to jump right into it, I think. We've already had a couple of games in the Power Four that have finished today. Out of the Big 12, Arizona State knocked off Baylor. Pitt knocked off Stanford with a last-second shot. Cincinnati has downed Utah, and SMU put a beatdown on Syracuse. The surprise of the night to me was Maryland defeating Oregon. I did not see that coming, but that's kind of what we've had so far. So what I figured we'll do, there's Moss, you back now. All right, so what's going on, Moss? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I apologize. My door was knocking, and my daughter literally had just stopped by because she seen my light open. My light on in my room. So I had to go get the daddy hugs in real quick, and I'm going to just run this here real quick after I get off the show before I get some sleep tonight. But other than that, man, it's good to see everybody talking to NCAA tournaments and just ready to get to it.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to ever stop and interrupt daddy-daughter time. That's an important time right there. So for sure. We're going to jump off. We're going to start up at the top with Robert. He's going to give us his predictions for the ACC tournament real quick. I'm going to bring up the bracket and share it onto our screen so people can kind of see what we're talking about as we go. So let me get my screen shared real quick. And we're going to see if that even
seen it coming. Parlay Poe in the building as well. Good to see you in here, Parlay.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see, I think, on this. So we may just have to. Yeah, I don't think we can get it to come up. I was playing with it earlier. So we're just going to have to kind of try to walk through it. There's too many on the screen for it to show up right. So let me just shut that down. And we'll just go with the ACC bracket. Rob, you've got Stanford and Pitt. Who'd you take in that one?
I'll pick Stanford to win that game against Pitt.
Okay. Next game we got rolling. Actually, we'll just let me see who else picked Stanford. I need to get my papers organized here. I thought I had them. Doug picked Stanford. I picked
did.
Stanford. Who'd you take, Post?
I apologize. I got Stanford in this game.
I guess
They got one of the leading scorers in the country on that team. I'll take Stanford.
Well, they did, but they got beat.
Yeah. I lost.
And I don't have Mossbergs. I don't know who you would have taken, Moss.
I didn't get the ACC and
It was all,
SEC
yeah.
into you yet, so
Yeah.
I'm a miss out on the I think the first two games. I ended up seeing the late seconds in that Pitt Stanford down to the wire, crazy game, and it was I think just the start of March Madness. You know, with it coming down to a game-winning shot. So, you know, kudos to Pitt getting a strong, tough late win. But I think Stanford still deserved to get the tournament for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So since we had already, the reason I brought that one up because it had already been played. So is the next game. Go ahead and run through who you had winning the rest of the ACC, Rob, and then we'll shoot over to post game to give his thoughts on the ACC and go to Doug and then Moss.
I had SMU winning that game against Syracuse, and then I had Virginia Tech beating Wake Forest out of the games that are going to be played today.
Yeah, for sure. Post game, who'd you have in the first round of the ACC?
Y'all gonna have to help me out, man. I wasn't able to do a bracket. So what are the
Okay.
matches?
Here, let's switch it this way. Give me 1 second. So we already did the Stanford Pitt, and then the next game was SMU Syracuse, and then the other game in the round would have been Virginia Tech and Wake Forest.
Give me SMU and Vatech.
Okay.
I was in the same with that. I do, watch a lot of the ACC when it comes to basketball. Even though I like Kaya Anthony, I actually love Kaya Anthony and the way he plays and kind of making a name for himself. But I just think that SMU team is too tough for a Syracuse team. And I watched that game. And it was kind of tough for me to watch because I know what type of player Kaya Anthony wants to be. But I think they will be a team to reckon with in the next few years, coming in with the class that they have, followed along with this class that they had this year. But SMU is a good team. And I have Virginia Tech winning that one as well.
Well, I know SMU beat the snot out of my Aggies earlier this year.
Yeah.
Who'd you have in those matchups, then?
I have SMU and Wake Forest. And those actually I have SMU winning the next two rounds. They're pretty they're a pretty good team, but I don't think they'll get past Miami though. But good season for them, man. They should get into the tournament. They might, you never know. Hopefully, they can make a run. But yeah, I got them winning. Well, they won today, but I got them winning the next round, and I got Wake Forest today. So
Okay. You had Wake Forest, and you had Stanford.
yeah, Stanford lost.
Yeah. All right, shoot back up. We'll just go through in order here with Rob. So, Rob, you the next round would have been NC State versus, well, it's now Pitt, SMU, Louisville, Florida State, and California, and then Virginia Tech versus Clemson. So, who you got in those matchups? You have
Well, I picked NC State to beat Stanford, so I guess I need them to beat Pitt now.
Right.
So I think they will beat Pitt. I'm taking NC State in that game. I actually got Louisville beating SMU in that next round, so hopefully they can pull off that win over SMU. And then I had Florida State beating Cal, and then I got Clemson beating Virginia Tech.
all right. You on the post game, you would have NC State versus Pitt now. Well, whatever you took Stanford, but Pitt, Louisville, SMU, Florida State, Cal, and Virginia Tech, Clemson. Same matchups Rob had. How do you see those shaking out? On mute. You pulled an SEC, Sean.
Right. I for sure got Louisville winning. And what was the other two matchups?
Louisville, there's three more matchups, and it would be NC State versus, you picked Stanford, but they're playing Pitt. So,
Okay, give me NC State.
Okay. And you have Florida State, Cal.
Give me Florida State.
And then the last matchup in the second round of the ACC is Vatech and Clemson.
Give me Clemson.
Doug, you had Wake Forest beating Virginia Tech. So then you've got your second round. Go ahead with that.
I had me and Rob's are pretty much the same. Longhorns fan things think alike. So I had NC State.
And Rob.
Okay. Although I did have SMU on a hope, but against Louisville. So NC State, SMU, Florida State. I think the Seminoles they're athletic, man. They can run up and down the floor, and I like Clemson over Vatech.
Yeah, to catch me up real quick, I went Stanford in the first one, SMU, and then Virginia Tech tonight. And then in the second round, I went NC State, SMU to beat Louisville, Virginia Tech to beat Clemson, and I have Cal beating FSU. That's just where I am to catch me up to the second round.
For
Moss,
mine, man.
your matchups would be
NC State. Yep, I got NC State winning, but I got SMU. The way SMU running that floor, I think with them getting the game winner to start it off, I think they start and they part of March Madness you got to think this is a team that's been, kind of up and down throughout the season, but they've shown great lashes of how good they could really be. I think the win today pushes them in this running match. We're about to see a great track meet, 50, 100-yard dash. I think they take Louisville out. I think they possibly position themselves to get even closer to the ACC championship and could be that team that put on the March Madness show. I like the guard. He's a left-hander, and you know what lefties are. They're hard to guard, hard to touch. So I got SMU. I got my nose on the basketball side, and I'm taking them Clemson Tigers. That's going to do what the football team couldn't do and get in the hopes of getting closer to a title match. No offense, but I think this basketball team is a team that's moving on the upper echelon of things in the ACC and Clemson myself.
For sure. So we're through the second round. Now we're getting into the quarterfinals, which the matchup everybody pretty much I think has is NC State, Virginia. That is what Rob has for sure. Go ahead and go through your quarterfinal matchups, Rob, and then we'll break everybody's down by who they picked.
Yeah, I have Virginia. I got Virginia beating NC State if NC State wins that game against Pitt. And then I have Miami beating Louisville if Louisville's able to overcome SMU. And then I had Duke beating Florida State. That's if Florida State can get past California. And then I had North Carolina beating Clemson if Clemson can get past Virginia Tech and if Virginia Tech can get past Wake Forest.
For sure. I think pretty much what a lot of us have. So post game, your matchup would be NC State and Virginia in the quarterfinals. I think post game had to go handle something real quick. So let's we'll jump over to Moss real quick. Moss, you've got a Virginia and NC State.
Yeah, I got Virginia. I like that Virginia team. A lot of senior leadership. I got Virginia winning that matchup, and I like I said, Miami. I like this Miami SMU. I like that. I like that SMU team. Cinderella to me for this ACC tournament, along with Duke beating Florida State. I think they're one of the toughest teams in the ACC, so I'm going to take Duke. Then I'm going to take that North Carolina team to get upset by Clemson. I just think without Caleb Wilson, that's a big loss for North Carolina. You're talking about a player that's 20-10, guaranteed that you're not going to get in this tournament. You never know. He could go off and get you 30 and 15. Caleb Wilson is a talent. So North Carolina is going to miss him. I think Clemson gets North Carolina and gets back into a matchup with Duke. And we know how that was earlier in the season. So I think Clemson beats North Carolina in a barn burner.
Okay. Post, you've got Virginia, NC State.
Give me Virginia.
Then your next matchup would be Miami, and you've got Louisville.
Give me the L.
Next matchup, pretty Duke and Florida State. And then your final one will be North Carolina, Clemson.
Yeah, give me Duke. And yeah, I think Carolina's gonna fall. Yeah.
You think Carolina's going to fall or going forward?
Yeah, they're gonna fall. They're gonna lose.
Okay. Going Clemson?
Yeah.
All right, Doug?
I got Virginia beating NC State. They've had a great season all year. So I want to say SMU, but I picked Miami. I think Miami is just they're having a great season. I think they're just going to be SMU. But this Florida State Duke, I mean, look, I like Duke, but I think Florida State might hang around for a little bit. I know North Carolina's had some injuries, man, but it's just too much to pass up, man. Duke or North Carolina again. Let's go.
Yeah, looking at the brackets, we called them out. Three of us have the exact same semifinals in the ACC, by the way. I have Virginia beating NC State, Miami beating SMU, Duke beating Cal, who I picked, and then North Carolina beating Clemson. So we'll jump back up, go through the semifinals, and go ahead, and while we do this, go ahead and give me your semifinal winners and your championship winner, Rob.
I got Miami beating Virginia, and I got Duke beating North Carolina, but I got Duke winning it all to take home the ACC conference championship.
All right. I mean, it's probably going to be the consensus pick coming out of the ACC, but we'll see if anybody throws any shocking surprises out there. Post game, you've got Virginia, Louisville, and then Duke, Clemson. So who wins those two, and then who's your champion?
Yeah, give me the Lou and give me Duke. And then I got Duke winning and becoming ACC championship. ACC champions, I'm sorry. And Big Boozer is going to win National Player of the Year alongside of that.
Nice.
Hard to argue that pick. Hard to argue that one.
But you know,
Doug.
I be.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, Doug. No, go ahead, Doug. Go ahead, Doug. I got some fireworks.
Your Final Four, and then your winners, and then your champion.
Yeah, I got Virginia over Miami, and of course Duke over North Carolina, and I got to go with the Dukies, man. And they're too good this year. ACC champs over Virginia.
Understanding where they play in this ACC tournament, is there any possibility that Clemson could really upset Duke if Duke is in foul trouble? It got me thinking about what One Take said. So Moss, I don't want to do it. On the record, I'm gonna do it because I like predicting wild things, and this is what happens at this time of March. I'm gonna put SMU and Clemson in this championship. The reason why is because I want to see if this can come true. With Duke being in foul trouble, remember Duke is minus their point guard, their leader. Clemson, they go against a team that has that. They have senior leadership. I'm not saying Clemson can really knock off Duke. I have Duke winning the ACC, but just for giggles, I wonder if it's possible that SMU and Clemson could get in the title match with Clemson winning. But I got Duke winning the ACC.
Who you got them beating? Virginia.
I got them beating. I got to get Virginia. Virginia is really, really a good team. I got them beat Virginia. They length, they leadership as well. So I'm gonna go Duke over Virginia.
Well, you got to take into consideration that would be the fourth game in a row for SMU. That's going to put some wear and tear. I know these guys are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, but 4 games in a row is brutal.
I think they get enough win to kind of put something into March Madness as far as a team that get in there, kind of get one of them crazy seedings. But outside of that, I think it's going to be a tough task to continue through that ACC. It's tough in that ACC.
Well, I went Virginia, Miami, Duke, and North Carolina in the semifinals, and I've got Virginia and Duke meeting with Duke winning. So it's consensus across the board with Duke winning the ACC, which is kind of what is expected. I think they're the head and shoulders of that conference. So now we'll jump in to we're going to go straight to the Big Ten real quick. Post game, I'm going to start with you real quick to give you the rundown. You got Maryland and Oregon played today, and Penn State Northwestern play.
Have any of those games went final?
Yes.
I went with Penn State and Oregon just to get that out there.
Yeah, I got yours for this conference, and I got yours for, I want to say the Big 12. Yeah, except I still don't have a winner for you from the Big 12, but we'll get to that.
Just give me Oregon. Who else you say?
Penn State and Northwestern.
Give me Northwestern.
Okay. Now let's do it this way. We're just going to run through with you post game. We're just going to stay with you and fill this whole bracket. Since I know you didn't have a chance to get the brackets out, so we'll just that way there we have it all squared away. So next, your matchups would be Oregon and Iowa, and then USC Washington.
Give me Washington and I'm sorry, say the second matchup again.
Oregon, Iowa.
Give me Iowa.
Okay, then now the last 2 games of tomorrow's round, you have Northwestern versus Indiana and Rutgers versus Minnesota.
I'll take Rutgers and Northwestern.
All right, switching over to the next set of games, you got Iowa versus Ohio State and Washington and Wisconsin.
Give me Ohio State and Washington.
All right, second set of games in that day is Northwestern Purdue and Rutgers UCLA.
Purdue, UCLA.
All right, now we're into the the quarterfinals here. Ohio State, Michigan, and Washington, Illinois.
Michigan, Illinois.
I thought you were on a heater with that Washington thing there for a minute. I thought you put all your chips in. Then you got Purdue, Nebraska, and UCLA, Michigan State.
Give me Nebraska. Did you say Northwestern? Who do you say again for the second?
No. UCLA and Michigan State.
I'm sorry, Michigan State.
That's okay. So your final four: Michigan, Illinois, Nebraska, Michigan State. So Michigan versus Illinois.
Michigan. Give me Michigan.
Then you got
Way
Nebraska,
too good.
Michigan State.
Give me Michigan State.
Look at this. He's got a battle of Michigan for the Big Ten. Who wins the Big Ten title?
The Wolverines.
There you go. That clears out that one. So next we'll shoot down to Doug real quick. And Doug, go ahead and run through what you had going on in this conference.
Well, I had Maryland and Northwestern. Penn State's just been terrible to me all year. Who else we got?
Well, that would have given you a Maryland-Iowa matchup tomorrow and USC-Washington.
Yeah, I would get. I got Iowa. I got Iowa winning the next two rounds. So I got Iowa, and you said Washington.
USC and Washington.
Yeah, I got Washington.
And then you would have Northwestern Indiana and Rutgers, Minnesota.
Yeah, I got Indiana, and I got Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you've got you already mentioned you got Iowa beating Ohio State. That's going to make a lot of people up in this part of the world mad. They're not going to like you very much.
Yeah, well, they're not playing in Ohio State, so I got Iowa.
And Texas fan too.
Yeah, I know.
So-
He's got Texas winning the SEC title. He's crazy.
I do not.
No,
No, I
you don't?
do not.
Oh, that must have been
Well,
wrong.
not in basketball.
Washington, Wisconsin. You took who'd you take there?
I took Wisconsin.
Indiana, Purdue,
I got Purdue.
and then Minnesota, UCLA. You took.
Took the Bruins, man.
Of course you did.
Yeah, man.
From this point, now you're getting into the quarterfinals. Go ahead and run through your quarterfinal match, or who you've got winning those quarterfinal games.
Well, I got Illinois winning their matchup. Michigan State winning. At the end of the day, I got Michigan State and Michigan for the championship rematch. Where are they? Where are they playing this Big Ten at? I'm sorry, the Big. Where are they playing the Big at?
United Center, Chicago.
United Center in Chicago.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the upset, man. I'm gonna go with Tom Izzo for Shizzo, man. Spartans get their revenge.
That pick over. I saw when you sent that pick over. That's kind of what I figured you were going with when you picked Michigan State.
Yeah.
Mossberg,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Michigan.
just want to run through your Big Ten and tell me who you got going here and who you got filling this out.
I keep going back and forth because my boy, man, as one take Zay said, he's on the heater right now. He had 27 points, 12 of 15 shooting. AJ. But I got Oregon over Maryland in the first round. Then I got Penn State over Northwestern. I took Iowa over Oregon. Then I got USC over Washington. I got Penn State, Indiana matched up. I got Indy beating Penn State, Indiana. I got Rutgers over Minnesota. Back to the top, I got Ohio State beating Iowa. I just think the Buckeyes could really make a run this year in the Big Ten tournament, possibly even further than I got them. I'm not sure. I got Wisconsin beating USC. I've watched them. Wisconsin is a tough team, and they could be a scary team in this Big Ten tournament, pending how situations come out and things go. I got Purdue beating Indiana. Then I have UCLA beating Minnesota after Minnesota get that win against Rutgers. So I got OSU versus Michigan. It's not football, so I'm going up north, and I'm taking them boys up north in Michigan, come out victorious, even though I think Ohio State can possibly get that game. If Ohio State could shoot in this tournament, not just the Big Ten tournament, if they could shoot very well in this March Madness tournament, I think this Ohio State team is very scary. But I have them losing to Michigan. And then I have Illinois beating Wisconsin. I have Purdue facing off against Nebraska. Purdue turning it around a little bit, getting a big win against a Nebraska team that started off hot and kind of show who they are, even though they're at the top of that Big Ten. I still got Purdue handling them. And I got State beating UCLA. So, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say that leaves your Final Four with Michigan, Illinois, Purdue, and Michigan State.
I know Izzo might not like it. Izzo might not like it, but I'm going big brother up north versus the little brother, as in Michigan State. It's not you, Izzo. It's Michigan State. I think Michigan is who Michigan is, and I just have them winning this Big Ten tournament. They've been very good all season, and I think they can definitely give a shot at winning the whole thing as well.
It's pretty crazy looking at what all y'all have filled out, to be honest with you, sitting in this spot. For just random people filling out brackets, it is crazy how eerily similar all these brackets are. The Big Ten, by far, is the closest that I've seen any of them. Almost everybody has the exact same championship matchup.
It's possible all them four teams could win it too, like Purdue
and only
Illinois. I mean, they're good.
And only one picked a different winner.
I mean, for a while, it was only Wisconsin was the only team that beat Michigan for a while. Yeah.
So, Rob, you want to run through yours real quick and go ahead and let me know what you got going, and go ahead and run through who you got winning it.
Well, I had Oregon beating Maryland, but of course we already know that Oregon already lost to Maryland, so I already got one loss on the board already. I got Northwestern beating Penn State, though. And then that next round, I had Iowa beating Oregon, which we already know Oregon lost to Maryland. I got USC beating Washington. I got Indiana beating Northwestern. And I got Minnesota beating Rutgers. And then in that next round, I got Ohio State beating Iowa. I got Wisconsin beating USC. I have Purdue beating Indiana. And I have UCLA beating Minnesota. And then in the final 8 in their tournament, I got Michigan beating Ohio State. I got Illinois beating Wisconsin. I got Nebraska beating Purdue. And I got Michigan State beating UCLA. And then in their final 4, I got Michigan beating my Fighting Illini. I kind of wish the Fighting Illini was on the bottom half of this bracket so that they could play Michigan in the championship game, but that's not the case. So I got Michigan winning that one. And I got Michigan State being out physical in Nebraska and beating Nebraska with an all Michigan championship game for the Big Ten tournament title. And I'm going with Go Blue! I got them beating up little brother.
For sure. I have a loss already in this bracket too. Don't feel bad, Rob. I had Oregon beating Maryland mainly because I can't stand Maryland's head coach. Penn State and Northwestern, I'm taking Penn State. Then I've got Iowa beating, Maryland now. Penn State, sorry, let me catch back up here. So I've got Iowa beating them. I have USC beating Washington. I have Indiana beating Penn State, and I have Minnesota beating Rutgers. I'm sorry, any team that loses to Maryland does win a game in this tournament, and Rutgers lost to Maryland, so that's bad. Next matchup, I do have Ohio State winning this. You said something interesting, Moss, a minute ago with Ohio State, and it's spot on. Ohio State, the last few years, has flipped a switch in this tournament and gone on some runs that nobody expected. One year they were like playing in the first round and won like 4 games in a row, and then got beat, I think, in the semifinals. So, I see Zay in the chat.
I'm gonna say this. I don't mean to cut you off, SEC Sean, because the one kid I've been paying attention to is Bynum. I watched Bynum the other day, and when he dunked that ball, if anybody heard how hard he dunked that ball in that room, that set the tone for the rest of the game. And if you notice, when he got the ball anywhere near the basket, it was easy pickings. I think the success of Bynum and Ohio State's three-point shooting prepares them, like I said, not in just this tournament. If they're hitting on all cylinders, they could definitely beat Michigan, but they could actually take that on even further in March Madness. I just feel that well about him. Mobley, hometown success, been doing his thing, super sophomore season, shooting like no other. Devin Royal has came into his own, and like I said about Bynum, another freshman in college basketball putting a big effect, and that's right here in our backyard. So Bynum, I think, is another key factor for this team pushing forward. And we know what Mr. record holder and Bruce Thornton, shout out to you and your record holding self all time. I mean, they got guard play. So I think that, along with shooting, Bynum, Ohio State could be very good in this tournament. You showing yourself, SEC Sean, unmute your mic.
I did. I pulled myself. You know me. I'm good for at least one time a show. So our boy One Take is in the chat with us. He said we're all wrong because Ohio State's winning it all. And then he said, talking about what you was talking about, Moss, he said, let's all give it. It was against Penn State, all due respect to Penn State. So he may not be feeling the best, but we appreciate y'all being in the chat and popping off with your little comments. We know you got them coming. So I had Ohio State losing to Michigan, Wisconsin beating Illinois. Sorry, Rob. I know that's your team, but sorry. I got to go with the cheeseheads up there. I got Nebraska beating Purdue and playing Michigan State, but I still have a battle of Michigan for the title, and I've got Michigan winning it all. Remember, when you're filling out these brackets, Nebraska is the only Division I team to never win an NCAA basketball game, a tournament game, in March Madness.
Remember what I said. Miami, Ohio going to go further than them in March Madness.
Miami, Ohio's getting smashed in the first round.
All right.
I hope they match up with Florida. We're going to jump down to Doug's neck of the woods real quick and let him run through his Big 12.
Well, not off to a very good start, man, because I had Baylor and I had Utah winning the next 2 rounds. So
yeah,
not very good. Who else we got there?
You have BYU is playing right now against K-State.
Yeah, I got BYU in a close one because they're not at home. They got probably the best player in the country, man. But when they're playing at home, man, they're different. But they're actually playing we're in Kansas City. I don't know how far that is from Manhattan, Kansas, but that's definitely
not that bad.
Not that bad. Okay, so it's more like a road game, but I think they're going to pull that one out. And I got Colorado winning their game.
Yep.
Iowa State, I got them winning. Well, I thought they were going to play Baylor, but I guess not. But I had Iowa State anyways. Who was Utah supposed to play?
Utah. You had Utah playing UCF, but you had Utah beating
Yeah.
them. So that whole little
that
area
didn't work out at all. Okay, well, we got TCU winning their matchup. Got BYU winning again. Iowa State, Texas Tech. That's going to be another great matchup, man. But I got Texas Tech pulling that one out. And Arizona, Houston, of course, and Rock Chalk, man. Rock Chalk has had it pretty rough this season, man. I've never seen Bill Self just look so freaking mad on the sideline, man. He's having a rough one, man. But you know what? I think he's gonna find a way, and I think they're gonna win at least that matchup. But at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be Arizona and Houston again, and I'm gonna go with the best coach in the country, man, Kelvin Sampson. Guy knows how to coach defense. You don't play defense, you don't play Kelvin Sampson. So
I still say he's one of the most underrated coaches out there.
he really is, man. I was hoping so hard last year that he would have would have beat Florida, man, but because he needs a championship, man. He really does. Because he is one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in college basketball right now. So I got Houston winning Big 12.
Yep. Moss, this is where your favorite team is. One of your favorite teams, I should say.
No, my favorite team.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is. I told y'all, man, I'm an AJ fan. I'm a BYU Cougar now. I've been talking about AJ since he came to college basketball. Averaging 30 a game, number one player in the nation. That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. And he just might bless us with another season of college basketball. I'm going to keep that in the air, too. Right now, he's sitting on 30-plus as he's sitting at 32. And they're winning right now, up by about 9 against the Kansas State team. And they're going against a good team, good players. And Haggerty, it's another player. They got the shooter. I can't forget his name. I think last name Jackson. But I had Arizona State beating Baylor. I had Cincinnati over Utah. Of course, my BYU Cougars beating Kansas State. And I had the Colorado Buffs beating Oklahoma State. I have Iowa State beating up on Arizona State. Central UCF beating Cincinnati. BYU, we on the get back tour too, taking down West Virginia to advance to the next round, along with TCU beating the Colorado Buffaloes. So I had Iowa State, Texas Tech. Tough pick for me, but I went with Texas Tech because I like their defense. I think they still one of the toughest teams in the Big 12. Even though they're missing their man Toppin, they still playing tough. I had UCF going against Arizona. This is going to show me a lot about UCF. Falks, Big Guy Bo, I think they're great. I want to see what they do against this Arizona team, but I got Arizona winning. And then the next game, I got BYU. As we are on a get-back tour, we put another one down on Houston in this Big 12 tournament. It's 0-0 right now as we are in the conference tournament, and hopefully we can continue this and get to that 1-0 and advance and go against West Virginia. Then I got TCU versus Kansas. I got Kansas coming out with a win. And like you said, Doug, it's tough watching Bill Self on that sideline, knowing what he's done for that university in Kansas basketball. I think he's possibly in the last few years of his coaching days. Who knows? I got Texas Tech going against Arizona and a tough one. Without Toppin, Texas Tech I don't think they have no chance against Arizona. I got Arizona. And, of course, I got my Cougs over Kansas on a get-back tour. BYU beats Arizona in another Big 12 banger, thriller. A.J. DeBancer goes for 40 and leads the Cougars to the Big 12 championship as a freshman for the first time in BYU Cougar history.
You got BYU going on a University of Connecticut run from a couple of years ago.
Yes, sir. Anything's possible. It is March, right?
Hey,
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to argue.
Yes, sir.
That's your bracket, your picks, brother. I'm not going to argue with you.
I think, I don't know, man. AJ is AJ, and he's showing me right now. With them not being at home, I think that's when he's most dangerous. You see everything. We've seen the dunk, the mid-range, the three-pointer, the layup, the defense that he don't get enough respect for. He's putting up 30 while holding their top player and keeping that team away from getting the win. I got BYU winning the Big 12.
I will say this, Moss. If BYU would have finished as a top 2 seed in the Big 12, I think DeBancer would be player of the year.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%. I think that fall off at the end hurt him. I really do. Rob, let's run through your former conference there.
Oh yeah. I had Arizona State beating Baylor. Did they beat Baylor today?
Yes.
Yeah, we got the win.
You actually got one right on the first game, Rob. That's like the first one.
That's right. There it is. I also got Cincinnati beating Utah, and they won that game, right?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Man, I'm batting 1,000 in the Big 12 right now.
He on a heater.
I'm on a heater, right? I got BYU beating Kansas State, and that looks likely, right?
Yeah,
Right.
sir.
Man, listen, I'm on a roll. I got Colorado beating Oklahoma State. And then I got Arizona State beating who's that? Utah? Who's that?
No, the next game would be Arizona State, Iowa State.
Arizona State,
Iowa State.
Yeah, the Big 12.
Oh, yeah, I got Iowa State.
That Big 12 bracket. That Big 12 bracket was the hardest one to find to print, believe it or not.
Yeah. It's so small, even with my glasses. I
Yeah,
can barely
I know it. I try, and that's Zoom, believe it or not.
Yeah. So I got Iowa State beating Arizona State. I got Cincinnati beating, is that UCF?
UCF, yes, sir.
Yeah. I got West Virginia beating AJ DeBancer and BYU in that next round. And I got TCU beating Colorado. And then I got Iowa State beating Texas Tech. I got Arizona beating Cincinnati. I got Houston beating West Virginia. And I got Kansas beating TCU. Down to the Final Four in the Big 12, I got Arizona beating Iowa State. And I got Houston beating Kansas. In the championship game, I got Arizona beating Houston for the Big 12 tournament conference championship.
All right. I think I think pretty much all but one of us has got that.
Can I ask him a question? Can I ask him a question on that West V win real quick? Is it Honor Huff? Because I've been watching him over in West V, and I was kind of scared of that game. Is Honor Huff really that good?
For sure, he that good. He gonna show you when they beat BYU that next game.
Didn't West Virginia beat Houston too?
Yeah,
West Virginia, they good. They can go.
they're playing some good basketball right now, man. They're playing some really good basketball.
And the two best players in the country are in this tournament, man, in my opinion.
Yeah.
AJ, of course, I'm a homer. I love me some Kingston Fleming, 2 freshmen. He's from San Antonio.
I love that kid, man.
Man, he's from. I'm biased towards him, man, because my best friend's kid, basically my nephew, he played on the same futures team over there in San Antonio. You know, the little AA ball, whatever they play out there. So, and he actually got to meet him, and he said he's a good. You know, well, they list him at 6'4", I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him a lot, but AJ, like you said, Moss, I'm with you on AJ, man. He's got it all. He's got the body. He's long. Got the little mid range. Got a little bit of everything. So, two best players in the country, in my opinion, playing that tournament. So,
All right, real quick, we're going to go through post game picks here in the Big 12.
Hey, if y'all don't mind, real quick, there's some breaking news that the Baltimore Ravens nixed the Crosby deal due to concerns after his physical.
ooh,
Wow.
that's rough.
Bring him to Cincinnati.
Okay. Joe Burrow might get to survive a year.
He was going to survive for the rest of his career.
Brother, I don't know. With those 30,
Oh, that offensive line.
Let's roll. Let's go, Post. You got we had Baylor and Arizona State.
I had Arizona State. I had Cincinnati. I really like Cincinnati. I got
for a while.
I think BYU gonna hold off K-State. I think that Colorado gets the win against OSU, and that brings me back to the top. Iowa State, Arizona State. Give me Iowa State. Cincinnati, UCF. I'm taking the Natty. BYU, West V. Give me West V. TCU in Colorado. Give me TCU. Iowa State, Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech. I'm sorry. Yeah. Iowa State, Texas Tech. That's am I on track?
You're right.
Iowa State, Texas Tech. All right, give me Tech. Arizona and Cincy, give me Zona. Houston and West V, give me Houston. Kansas and TCU, give me TCU. I think Kansas may be finito. And then Arizona and Tech, give me Zona. TCU and Houston, give me Houston. And then Houston and Arizona for the championship. I think Houston is going to do really well in the NCAA tournament bracket, but I think Arizona is going to win the Big 12 championship.
Good picks. Mine are pretty similar. I have a couple of different ones. I had Arizona State, Cincy, BYU, and I have Ohio State beating Colorado. Those Cowboys, when they get going, they can get going.
Oklahoma State.
Plus that Oklahoma State team, when they're playing well, they're not bad. I mean, they beat the ever-loving snot out of Texas A&M earlier. They beat us by like 40.
Hey, man, big country ain't walking through those doors, man.
Doesn't matter. There's K coming in. But
yeah, you know,
when they get going, they can go. So I'm going with them as my upset there. I've got Iowa State over Arizona State. I got Cincy beating UCF. UCF was really good this year, but they've kind of fallen off.
They beat Tech this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat Tech this year. It was in Florida, yeah, but they've lost like 3 or 4. So I have Cincy beating them. Excuse me. I do have BYU beating West Virginia. I think Devanza can carry them at least another round. And I've got TCU beating Ohio State. Then I've got Iowa State. I've got Iowa State beating Tech. I think the loss of Toppin is going to bite Tech right about here. Then I've got Zona beating Cincy. Houston beating BYU, and I have TCU beating Kansas just like postgame does. I've got Zona, Houston with Zona winning it all.
TCU's dangerous, man.
Yeah, they can be. So next we're going to jump in. We'll start with Moss here with the SEC.
I didn't get the SEC written down for all their games.
All right, here you go. The SEC is going to be the SEC's quick and easy. First round matchup starts Wednesday, tomorrow. Is today Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah, today's Tuesday.
Kentucky, LSU.
Ooh, give me Kentucky.
Hey, Doug, you know on LSU real quick, I hate to interrupt, but the kid from LSU, Robert Miller III, is Pasadena Memorial.
Get out. Really? Should have went
Got recruited.
Wow.
Mississippi State, Auburn.
Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to go Auburn. They do have I like Auburn. Pettigrew, the kid from hometown, I forget his name, left-hander. He should be back from injury. I like Auburn.
Should have they better not let Chuba Hubbard get going. Or Josh Hubbard, not Chuba. Chuba's a running back.
Yeah.
Ole Miss and their team.
Texas, Dalen, newcomer of the year, big in the SEC, hometown, straight out of Afrocentric. I could go on and on about Swain. That kid is awesome. If he stay another year, he's for sure going to be a top pick, like you said. But hey, we know how it go, man. When you got to make the move for your family or just in general, you got to make that move. But Swain, man, shout out to you. You play with my nephew, man. It's always love for Mossberg and the crew here, man, always. So I got big Texas. Hook 'em horns.
There we go.
South Carolina, Oklahoma.
Ooh. This is tough. I go South Carolina.
I hope you're right.
You know, I got to pick one crazy game at least.
I hope you're right. That leads you to Kentucky, Missouri.
Kentucky over Missouri.
Auburn versus Tennessee.
No, that's a good one. Is Nate Edmond, is he back from his injury?
He should be fine.
If he back
We
from
haven't
his
heard an
injury,
official word. We haven't heard an official word, but everything I've heard is that he set out for precautionary.
I'm taking Tennessee, man. I like that kid. I think his ceiling is going to continue to get high as he grow and his game get better.
Now we got their team against Georgia.
We're going to keep the party going. Hook 'em horns. Texas over Georgia. Georgia, they've been up and down. I think Texas they know what they're going to do. At this point in the season, they got a player they could give the ball to. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about 3, not AI. I'm talking about Swain. But the isolation, we know what he can bring to the game. We know what Marks do. And this Texas team, they seem to get better as the years progress. And that's a scary thing when you're getting in the tournament preparing for March Madness.
You've got South Carolina versus A&M.
This
Bucky
is
ball.
Give me the Aggies, man. You know I like my boy down low. Is it Aggie or AG?
Well, his name's AG, but we've pronounced it Aggie.
I gotta go with him, man. Texas A&M Aggies.
All right. Kentucky, Florida.
Gator Chomp. I like Haw and the Gators.
Tennessee.
For sure.
This is the matchup. Tennessee, Vanderbilt.
Man. Vandy, how many games did they go on like a little streak? They are at like 7 or 9 losses, I think, right now. Vandy team. They're still at like
they're the 4 They're the 4 seed in the SEC. They just smashed Tennessee.
They just smashed Tennessee?
Yeah, they beat them like 91 to 76 or something.
Did Nate Edmond play?
No.
He gonna be playing in this tournament, correct?
Supposedly. That's what we're hearing.
Give me Tennessee. I'm on the Ament train. I like that kid. I don't know what it is about him. I think Tennessee's a different team when he plays.
All right.
Another freshman. I like Tennessee.
That other team in Alabama.
Hook 'em. Texas over Bama.
Man,
I don't know, man.
Are you drinking coffee? Because if so, I need to know what's in that coffee.
Listen, it's a hometown connection with my nephew and Dalen. It's deeper
Let's go.
than being
Let's
a
go.
homer. So,
right.
seriously, it's deeper than
Let's
being
go.
a homer. I'm
But
with
if
Dalen
I told you there was $50 on that pick, you still picking Texas?
I'm still picking Texas.
Okay.
Let's
It ain't
go.
gonna
I'm
be
not
my
gonna argue
50
with
that
you.
I'm putting up.
Okay. That's fine. You got Texas. It's your bracket. You can bust it how you want. Then you got A&M and Arkansas.
So, your boy going against you.
Calipari.
Man. I like Acuff. I know your Aggies is nice, but I'm going Acuff and Thomas. I like that backcourt, especially for March Madness in a game like this. I'm going to go Arkansas.
Mad at that. Okay, so your final four in the SEC: Florida, Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas. Florida, Tennessee, who you got?
Florida, Gators.
Texas, Arkansas, who you got?
This could be a banger right here. Texas and Arkansas could be a banger. I'm going to go on a humble. Texas is in this SEC. They went from first four out a week ago to being where they at right now in the SEC. Give me the Gators versus the Horns in the SEC championship. You know Mossberg love to do what he do. Gators versus Horns in the SEC
Who wins?
championship. I think that's where the Horns get chomped by the Gators because the Gators do got a lot of meat, like meat, and Bevo got a lot of it. So I'm gonna get it Gators. They do, and respectably, man, they reign in national championships. They get stronger and stronger. I think this where Texas stumbled, but I think they let it be known like we a team that can get in this tournament and win a game or two for sure.
If you're right, I'm gonna tell you that will make history in the SEC.
That's what I'm all about in March Madness.
Here, I'm going right with this. I'm with one take on this one.
One take, sir.
He said, "I do not own the rights to Level Up Sports 10 spots." Everyone needed a disclaimer.
Listen, history happens in March Madness. Am I right or
It would
wrong?
be history. That would be the first time a team went from the first round and won the thing. That's 5 consecutive games. That's brutal.
Unprecedented things happen in March.
Didn't UConn do it in a Big East tournament? Kemba Walker slicing
When you
and
pay enough
dicing
to the
and
ref,
doing
you can get anything you want. Y'all better watch it, though. Texas is scary because Texas might get enough fouls in one game to foul out for 2 games.
They will foul you.
Boy, they will beat the snot out of you. It's like
They really will.
in the 80s.
They'll leave their feet and foul you. They do all kinds of ways to foul you, man.
All right, Rob. Run through.
Oh, yeah. SEC, the real conference. The real conference. That's why they lie. You're right. SEC, Sean, you know what you're doing, bro. I got Kentucky beating LSU in the first round of this conference tournament. Then I got Auburn beating Mississippi State. Then I got Texas beating Ole Miss. And I got Oklahoma beating South Carolina. In the next round, I got Kentucky beating Missouri. I got Tennessee popping Auburn. And I got Texas beating Georgia. They beat them earlier in the regular season. They're going to beat them again in this tournament. And, man, I don't even want to talk about this next game. Oklahoma and Texas A&M. What I need to happen is for both of their buses to break down. They don't make the game. They go ahead and disqualify both of those bums and go ahead and let Arkansas move on. but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I got Texas A&M beating Oklahoma so they can match up with Arkansas and get their skull thumped. So I got Arkansas beating Texas A&M. I got Alabama, who Texas beat on their home court earlier in the season, beating my Texas Longhorns in that next round. I also got Tennessee beating a very good Vanderbilt team. And I got Florida beating Kentucky. My final four is Florida against Tennessee, Alabama against Arkansas. I'm going Florida and Arkansas in the championship game, and I'm giving it to them Florida Gators. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there, Rob. Like those picks, some of them. Don't like some of them others, but it's whatever. Post game, let's roll with your SEC, brother.
Yeah, LSU, Kentucky. I'll take Kentucky. Mississippi State, Auburn. I'll take Auburn. Mississippi and Texas. I really like Mississippi's females basketball team, but I'll take Texas in this game. South Carolina, Oklahoma. Give me Oklahoma. I got Missouri over Kentucky. I got Tennessee over Auburn. I got Texas over Georgia. And I have A&M over Oklahoma. I got Florida over Missouri. I got Vanderbilt over Tennessee. I got Alabama over Texas. I got Arkansas over A&M.
That's what's up.
I'll take Florida over Vandy, and I'll take Bama over Arkansas. And then for the championship, Florida trumps on the Crimson Tides.
All right, for sure. Doug E. Doug.
Very similar to poster. Very similar.
Yeah, it's very similar.
I got Kentucky. Kentucky in the first round. They're having a tough year anyways, but I think they're going to win the first game. Like Auburn, believe it or not, Auburn beat Florida at Florida this year, man. I remember watching that game. First time I got to see Florida play, and I was like, what the heck is this? And Auburn really put it to them over there in Gainesville. I got Texas. I got Oklahoma. And in the second round, I got Missouri beating Kentucky. I think Kentucky, like I said, they're just having a tough year. A lot of their fans, they're not really high on their coach. I think they want him gone already. So I got Mizzou in that game. I got Tennessee, Rick Barnes. He's getting up there. I think he's still a pretty good coach. I don't think he's good enough to win a SEC or a national championship, but I got them winning this game. And I got Texas against Georgia. I got Texas winning again because they did beat Georgia earlier, like Rob mentioned. Got them Aggies, Sean. So that's good. Florida over Mizzou. I got Vandy over Tennessee. I think Alabama is going to outscore Texas in this game. And I got Arkansas beating A&M, which is funny, man. You got Oklahoma, A&M, and Arkansas, man. Let's blow that whole thing up right there. We got Arkansas. We got Arkansas winning. The SEC championship, I got Florida and Arkansas again, another rematch. And the last time they played, guys, it was not pretty at all. Florida, man, their front court just scares me, man. They're so good. They rebound half their dang misses and stuff. I mean, they're so active. And they're deep. It's crazy. So I got Florida, Arkansas, and I think Florida will just roll them again and win the SEC.
All right, for sure. Sorry, I got an alert from high school basketball down in Texas with Duncanville and North Crowley playing right now. So far in the first quarter, the dunk count's up to 5.
They're just dunking all day long, man.
Lamarcus smashing Wheatley, Doug.
Are they?
Yeah.
I wanted
Running
Wheatley.
through mine, I went Kentucky over LSU. I've got Auburn over Mississippi State, Texas over Ole Miss, Oklahoma over South Carolina, although I really would wish South Carolina would win. You know, Oklahoma's won like 6 of 7, and the only team to beat them is A&M.
Yeah.
A&M is
They're
2-0 against them this year. I do have Kentucky beating Missouri. I have Tennessee beating Auburn. I have, even though Texas beat them in the regular season, Georgia also beat Texas in the regular season. So give me the Bulldogs. I think Kirby Smart gives a pregame speech, and Texas can't handle that.
Leave Kirby out of this, man.
Oklahoma A&M. I'm going to take A&M, but I'm not confident in it at all. That gives Kentucky, Florida. Florida smashes Kentucky. Tennessee beats Vanderbilt with a mint back. I believe they beat them. Bama beats Georgia, and A&M gets probably destroyed by Arkansas. And then you got Florida over Tennessee, and I've got Bama over Arkansas. We're going to go seeding hold. Florida takes on Bama in the championship game, and Florida wins the SEC title. So we got some good picks. Pretty much a lot of them came out the same. There was a few sleeper picks in there, a few crazy picks in there, mostly coming from the bottom right corner of your screen. Which, you know, Moss is always good for some wild take on something or other.
Hey, the wildest take on sports last year was the Carolina Panthers wouldn't make the playoffs.
Right. I mean, you know what? I mean, if you don't make the predictions, you know, you can't complain about the results. So, you know, if you try, you try. It's all in fun. There's nothing crazy with it. It's always a good time of year. This is one of my favorite times of the year besides college football kicking off.
Yeah.
Love March Madness, like the conference tournaments. I like seeing these teams going around, like BYU winning 4 in a row or Texas winning 5 in a row. I wouldn't like. I don't really necessarily want to see Texas do it, but it's still cool to see how these young men come together and play for each other in their universities and stuff. So, and probably an NIL check, but that's a different subject. So I really appreciate everybody's insight and putting the time into doing this. Like I said, I'm going to track all of the results. And then after conference tournaments, I'll go back and give the results from each conference and see who won each conference from that point and see who's the overall winner out of the 5 of us on here. I do appreciate, like I said, everybody jumping in and joining, everybody in the comments. One take. I really hope you get to feeling better, brother.
For sure, man.
I believe, what do we got coming up this week, guys? Moss, you got something going tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, you know, is National Women's Month. I'll be coming and surprising with some of the great takes that I sent some notes out with Women's Month. We'll be tapping into the women's side of things. And just to give everyone a heads up for the following week, it's good that we have Mr. Jones in here. We'll be having and bringing a conversation with Miss Alyssa Jones, a.k.a. Jonesy, straight from Texas, with Pops, with Dad, Doug Jones. Great softball player, man. Been doing it from birth. Pretty much, I've been working on my first full write-up to where I'll speak a little bit on my write-up that I've written out for him. I've literally really enjoyed this write-up from the information you sent me. And it's really given me something else to tap into, which I've done years ago in writing and journalism. So it's given me more to do. You know, idle time is not a good thing. So I love being busy and having something to do. So having that to write up on is something special. And I'm going to try to put something together on the edit side that's unbelievable. And I appreciate you when you reach out to me and tell me how good I'm doing on those edits as well. So I appreciate you as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you, man. The work that you do for young people, especially, man. So
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah,
That's what it's all
definitely,
about.
man.
And I can tell you, as somebody who knows her, that girl ate, slept, and breathed softball. That is all she wanted to do. And when I first met her, she was small. And I was like, she's playing catcher. And I was like, man, I hope they don't try to charge the plate. But she just got no fear. She don't care at all. Come on, come at me. She doesn't care. She's one of the best interviews you'll give, Moss. I promise. That girl's wild.
Yes, sir. Definitely, man. And that'll be here
And
next.
then I guess
next
post
Wednesday.
game. Yeah, and then coming up on this Thursday, post game, I'm sure is going to got some good NFL stuff going. Anything you got in the works for us post game we can tease the fans with?
Hey, you gotta tune in Thursday night. It's gonna be another banger. That's all I can say.
It's all good. That's that tease from post game. I'm telling you, it's going to be good.
Yes, sir.
So other than that, gentlemen, any other thoughts, anything y'all want to throw out? You got any crazy news? I know we got some good stuff to talk about Thursday for sure. Let me run through see if we got any scores final here. Well, if ESPN would decide to work, we would be able to know. It looks like the game's over. Did BYU win, Moss?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Boy, 105-91.
You see, can you read off AJ's stat line for me, please, sir? Just that's all I ask.
I can't read. Because he doesn't play in burnt orange, I'll do it for you. If they ask for swings, I'm saying no, my phone's broke.
My God, man. Appreciate
AJ
it.
went 37 minutes for 40 points, 2 of 6
Damn.
from 3, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah, he went off. Other games,
Same.
you know, Stephen F. Austin survived. Stephen F. Austin's a sleepy team to watch, I'm going to tell y'all.
Having a good year, man.
Yeah.
They beat Corpus Christi 60-58. Vermont won. They're playing in the finals there. No other games really kicking off yet. We got some more in the bigger conference kicking off here in a little bit, but we've got Gonzaga Santa Clara tonight. Other than that, the SEC kicks off tomorrow. We're gonna see how it plays out. I mean, it's Florida versus the field in the SEC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I appreciate everybody joining in and everything we did. Hope everybody has a good night, and y'all tune in tomorrow for Mossberg, and definitely keep your antenna peaked up for what post game's bringing on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Other than that,
Sure.
as we always do, peace.
See you.
Peace.